Hey 143 fam, we're going to be taking a look at your mid-month of horoscopes here. If you haven't checked out your full month of January video yet for love and for your general overview, make sure you do that. For those of you interested in my giveaway this month, I'm going to be choosing two winners. You'll get to decide between a free reading or a free healing session. If you'd like to be considered, make sure you subscribe to the channel, leave me a comment below your video, and I will notify winners at the very end of the month. Now let's see what the second half of January has in store in love. Hey Pisces, this reading is for Pisces Sun, Moon, and Rising in Love, January 15th through the end of the month. Pisces in Love, January 15th through the ends of the month. Pisces, the next 2 weeks and the outcome of the next 2 weeks largely depends on what you can and cannot forgive. I'm feeling a whole lot of love, but I'm also feeling a whole lot of separation here. Only offer forgiveness if you truly mean it. This also applies to Pisces partners. It's not about sweeping something under the rug so someone comes home or so that you can rekindle at this time. Rushing a reconciliation without true forgiveness is disastrous for Pisces at this time. If you are unable to truly let something go, if you haven't come full circle or you are unable to come full circle over the next 2 weeks with forgiveness, I definitely still see some emotional turmoil. Okay, that's what Spirit is saying. Emotional turmoil over the next 2 weeks. However, that is going to be shocking enough to give somebody in the mix some much needed clarity. It feels like the much needed clarity is that, wow, this hurts because I'm still so in love with this person. That will be a catalyst, or a big enough catalyst, to truly and finally let something go. Your partner may be having that experience if you don't feel like that applies to you, but don't rush into a reconciliation. Don't force forgiveness. It has to be authentic, okay? So let's get a little bit more clarity here. Pisces in Love, January 15th through the ends of the month. Honeymoon. I'm getting emotions. I'm getting a lot of emotions, but I'm seeing emotions calm down. Somebody who is angry not being so angry. Someone holding on to a grudge, willing to bridge the gap now. Somebody feels willing to let this go, but allow that to come full circle. So if you are needing forgiveness, Pisces, make sure you're not rushing your partner, okay? Let them get there in their own time. I'm seeing somebody coming back home. I'm seeing somebody navigating some pretty big distance. So that could be physical distance, that could be emotional distance, but I see somebody navigating the distance and coming back home. If that's what you want, forgiveness is mandatory, okay? If you want a reconciliation to last, but it is here for you. I'm feeling a lot of love. I feel like Pisces are not in the dark as to how much they love their partner. It feels like their partner is upset. Like, I'm seeing somebody angry at Pisces. So this pops at the center of the reading. Have you had enough of this, Pisces? Did you create some emotional or some physical distance with someone that you truly love because you refuse to enable their codependent behavior? Whoever this is feels angry. Whoever this is feels, well, firstly, they feel really triggered if you have created any sort of distance or asked for any sort of space. But you have to understand too, and it feels like Pisces does truly own this and understand this. Asking for space, even if it was hurtful to somebody in the mix, it feels like Pisces did it out of necessity. Like, I don't know how else to heal this with you. I don't know how to overcome these addictions, this codependence, or essentially some sort of karmic behavior that keeps showing up with us. Like, I don't know what else I can do. Like, I need you to own your role in this so we can heal this. If your partner wouldn't work on this or couldn't see this to work on this, you needed to step out of the picture. So I am seeing anger being extended to Pisces. But please don't take all of that on as though you fully even deserve that anger. Also, try not to judge the partner who's angry. It doesn't mean that you have to tolerate angry texts or angry calls or angry interactions. Just maintain a space until your partner can heal and work through that anger. But also try not to take that on. Try not to take ownership and start feeling like everything's your fault, because I feel like Pisces will have a tendency over the next 2 weeks to take more fault in a situation, or take on more fault, take on more blame than they should. I'm not really seeing Pisces having done anything drastically wrong. If anything, it's like, here are the healthy boundaries. To maintain these healthy boundaries, I needed some space, or we had to have that conversation, or I had to set something in motion here. It wasn't about being heartless or cold. It was about doing it for the necessity, for the health of the relationship, but also for Pisces' health, because I see Pisces has taken on somebody's weight, so much weight, that it was making Pisces sick. If not physically sick, Pisces feel incredibly drained. I'm feeling Pisces just like totally mentally burned out, okay? You can't feel guilty because you needed to establish healthier boundaries here. I do see that anger resolving. You may have a partner who's going to offer you forgiveness. Also understand that they are hurting, even if you're like, well, what do you have to forgive? What did I really do wrong? You wouldn't heal something, and so I had to do something to facilitate some sort of healing, or to give myself a reprieve. Understand, though, that your partner was really hurt by that. Now, this could go both ways. So you could be cross-watching. If you feel like Pisces was codependent, understand that somebody in the mix has been dealing with a lot of emotions. The anger isn't going to last. The anger is just easier to process than the grief of having lost somebody that they love, okay? All of this followed by this could be the one. Again, I'm feeling a whole lot of love here. I do see Pisces and Pisces partner circling back to this love. But it may not happen over the next 2 weeks, okay? You may have to wait until February. I was having this conversation as well with Aquarius. You may have to wait until February, but it will be worth the wait, okay? Honeymoon is clarified by releasing the ex. To be honest with you, Pisces, I'm not so much seeing the release of a person, but I'm seeing the release of the anger and the negativity. So this is good. So this space, this emotional, this physical space has forced somebody, has forced you both to finally deal with whatever was toxic, okay? It doesn't mean that everything's going to heal overnight. I'm also going to put this out there for Pisces who do decide to reconcile now this month, even if you do early February, if you have to wait a little bit longer. There's still some of this energy that's going to show back up. I don't see this completely healed, but if you wait long enough healing will be done that you can step back into the picture with one another and continue healing together. I also feel like for those of you who've been able to maintain some sort of physical space, you're going to want to step back into each other's lives slowly. So rather than move back in with the partner, or allow the partner to move in with you, try a few days a week. Like, really take something slow, step by step. If somebody is truly codependent, they're going to need you to move slowly, or it's just going to be too easy for them to fall back into those codependent tendencies, okay? Or to fall back to those addictions. Spirit saying some bad behavior. So it may not even be true codependence. It could just be somebody who's a little clingy, somebody maybe a little bit younger who doesn't know how to stand on their own 2 feet without you. That is not a weight that you should be taking on anymore, okay? But again, center of the reading. So this is the main message. This is still dominant for Pisces at this time. Clarified by expressing your love. You love them. This person still loves you. That love hasn't gone anywhere. And I think once you both realize that the space really was necessary, I do see this person understanding how necessary the space is over the next 2 weeks. It may take them until February 1st to fully get there and accept it and let go of that anger. But once you both realize with full clarity and accept this space for what it is and this healing for what it is, the emotions calm down, a lot of love is shared. I see you coming back together, if not physically, then emotionally, speaking on the phone, a really loving text, but I'm really feeling more like phone call or meeting up somewhere public and sort of I'm seeing like a public display of emotion, some PDA for sure, but just really gentle. Like this comes across as gentle, authentic, and pure love. This is not somebody showing up and being dramatic and forcing a reconciliation. This is just pure. It's like all of this is so painful. But if I'm being honest, that love for you is so in my heart. Like I love you maybe even more because we've had this separation. And even if you are the partner who decided you need to separate, you may be saying that to your partner, like look, I felt like I had no other options, but I love you dearly. You're still the one for me. I just want us to heal. I just want us to be able to both be in a relationship that makes both of us happy. You are not to blame if you took space because a partner wouldn't heal something, okay? It doesn't mean that you don't take ownership in this in your role as to what didn't work out or wasn't working out in the past. But again, I just see Pisces taking on like a little too much blame, like really feeling like maybe everything is my fault. Maybe they weren't being codependent. Maybe I just wasn't being generous enough. Maybe I should have been more patient. Pisces, you know the deal, okay? So try not to take that on. This could be the one. This love, okay? There's still a lot of love here. Clarified by red flags. There are still red flags. There's still going to be that codependent energy or those addictions or something karmic that's still difficult. I don't see that fully resolving right now for you, Pisces. I just see the ball finally rolling on that healing, like a start to healing. But don't buy into the illusion that space has healed everything outright. It hasn't, okay? Understand if you decide to come back together with this partner, if you decide to continue working on a relationship, some of the core issues will still exist there. I just see somebody has more clarity now, so maybe they can heal their role in it. And that could very well be you. Very well, that could very well be Pisces saying, look, I can be in a relationship with you, but we can't be together all the time. Until this is healed, we have to have some serious boundaries, but that's how I'm going to maintain a healthy relationship with you for the long run, at least for now. Crowning your reading is attraction, and I want to pull one more. I am seeing more than one person paying attention to you right now, Pisces. Ooh. Very soon crowning this. I don't know if you could hear that, but my kitties are like being a little crazy outside the door. And again, a little anger, right? I'm like my little baby kitten who obsesses over her big brother and it drives him insane. So like little kitties hissing in the background. But again, that's sort of what I see. It's like somebody sort of has that anger and sort of lashing out. And yet you're sort of lashing out at this innocent party like, do I deserve that? Or are you really angry at yourself? Could you maybe be a little more understanding? I think you have to recognize too, Pisces, that not all of that anger should be directed at you. And your partner may have a moment over the next couple weeks where they realize that some of that anger is being misplaced. They actually are a little bit angry at themselves. They do understand that there was codependence or something at the core that they contributed to, and they'll be able to take a little bit more ownership. But let's take a look at this crowning. First of all, I'm getting that you may have more than one person paying attention to you. So if you're going through a true breakup and a true separation, you're getting attention right now. You're getting attention from strangers. You're getting attention online. You're getting attention when you go to the grocery store. Like I see people really paying attention to Pisces and being really drawn to Pisces right now. So if you're single and you really just can't justify getting back together with somebody, if that really doesn't feel like your highest good, I do see you calling in somebody new, okay? I just don't see that the energy of the ex is resolved, and so this may not be able to come full circle in terms of, say, like a commitment or an exclusive relationship until you spend some time clearing some old energy, okay? But this doesn't necessarily come through like as a majority message. I'm not really seeing Pisces letting go of a partner altogether. I'm just seeing Pisces letting go of old patterns. Also very soon, I see Pisces and Pisces partners coming back together. There is attraction. There is love. It just may happen. I see for some of you, a reconciliation could be a bit premature. You just want to make sure, especially that anger, whatever that is, that anger, that fiery energy, you want to make sure that is fully resolved and healed before you get back together with somebody. Or this could be a little disastrous if you do things too soon, because you may need another separation. You may be like, all right, you're still too angry. There's still too much blame. I can't work with this. And then you almost have to start over from square one with that, with the separation, whether it be emotional distance, true physical distance, all of the above. And that feels like these calm waters, they're going to start to feel a little turbulent. Okay, so do take your time. Bottom of the deck, we have unrequited love. Somebody's just feeling unloved. This doesn't really come across as true unrequited love. Someone's feeling unloved. They're feeling like, okay, you shut them out. You may be feeling unloved because somebody's really angry with you right now and you don't feel like it's warranted. I'm not seeing that one person is loved and the other partner can't return that. I see a lot of love. We also have soulmate, okay? I'm seeing a lot of soulmate, beautiful energy here. Someone's just feeling unloved, but it is an illusion. I'm telling you, Pisces, if your partner's angry with you right now and you're being blamed for some things, understand that's a part of their healing process. It's actually better for your partner to be processing their emotions, even if you feel like it's all just being directed at you and isn't really warranted. That's better than your partner being in the dark. There's something wrong, okay? As long as that energy is moving and it's continuing to develop and they're going through the stages, the grief, the anger, the acceptance, there is healing here. There's real healing here. Very soon. Just don't rush, okay? Really take your time with this partner, especially if they truly are codependent, or if you feel like you've been the codependent partner. Just make sure you take your time, because getting back together like all in too quickly, I see you and a partner maybe falling back into those old habits, and again having to start from square one with the separation. And you can bypass that if you just take your time, okay? So just go slow. That's the main message here. There is healing, and honestly, there is a whole lot of love. Spirit's bringing me back to this, saying there's a whole lot of love. There is a whole lot of love. So even though you may be getting attention from other people, wondering, you may have some admirers like, ooh, is Pisces single again? What is this? It feels like you've met your match already. So don't be rushing into new relationships either over the next couple of months. You're just not there yet. There's still something that needs to heal here. Even if you decide to let that person go, this still needs to be cleansed before somebody new is going to come in. But I don't know, Pisces, the majority of you, I don't see you walking away from a partner. You just may need a little bit more time, a little bit more space to bring healing full circle. At least see enough so when you get back together, you can maintain a healthy relationship moving forward. All right, Pisces, if you feel like you need more clarity, then let's reach out to me. I'm available for private readings for energy healing work. I will be back February 1st for your full month of February reading. But in the meantime, I'm sending you so much love, light, gratitude. I'll see you back here soon. Love you guys. Ciao.